There has been a protest at a Sainsbury store in North London. I'm not sure which exact branch. I don't intend to make this a very long video, but basically, this to me is the latest example of how social justice warrior, for want of a better term, politics is really pushed onto everyone else. Now, what basically happened was there was a gay couple, two men were holding each other's hands as they were shopping in this supermarket. And apparently someone complained about it, and a security guard kind of reprimanded them, telling them it was inappropriate. Now, understandably, they were offended by this. At this point, let me make it clear that I think that that is a totally harmless act. There should be no issue whatsoever with a couple holding hands. It really, whoever complained about that needs to get a life. It's a non-issue as far as I'm concerned. Um, had they been, having sex or something, that would be a very different matter. Anyway, that was that. So they complained, and it got reported in the local press, but it's now made it to national news. Sainsbury's made an apology, and they said they don't tolerate this sort of discrimination. So it sounds to me like what happened was this was a case of the security guard making a bad judgment, and someone with bigoted views, being too nosy and just sticking the nose into someone else's business. That's that. But what has now happened is there has been a large kiss-athon. So, in solidarity with this couple, a large number of people have went into Sainsbury's, many gay couples, dominantly gay couples from what I could see in the video, to, kiss each other, to make a point. Um, I really take issue with this, and I'm going to explain why. Firstly, the initial incident, I don't blame that couple for being offended and pissed off. If I was with a girlfriend and we were holding hands and some old biddy said, took offence with it, I'd be kind of pissed off because it's not a over the top act. It's just holding hands. It's completely harmless. But this response is utterly disproportionate, and I have no sympathy with it because the way the demonstrators are acting is it make it out as if homophobia is endemic in this country. It's not. It just isn't. Britain is one of the most liberal countries in the world when it comes to gay issues, and gay people simply don't live in fear in this country. I don't accept that. Compare it to Uganda or many parts of the Middle East. There's no comparison. So to me, this is an issue that is being made into something much bigger than it is. What we're basically dealing with is one individual who has probably bigoted views made a complaint about a gay couple. It should be a private matter between the gay couple and that person or between the supermarket. But by staging this, I would describe it as exhibitionist demo. Um, I just think it's attention seeking. And I think it's a case of being exhibitionist for the sake of it and using this situation with the gay couple as an excuse to behave like that. The simple fact is, most straight couples do not go into a supermarket and kiss each other in a public aisle. And if they did, by the way, they would be probably told off as well and told to leave. So I'm not sure why the demonstrators felt that having a kiss-a-thon somehow defends a gay couple holding hands. Some people have alleged that maybe there was more to it than they're claiming, and that might be the case. Um, I don't know. I think you do get people who overreact to certain situations, but the demonstrators themselves are overreacting. And frankly, the LGBT lobby need to stop being professional victims because all this does is lend into the stereotype that some gay people are drama queens. That's how I see it. Like I say, I don't blame the initial couple for being upset, okay? But when you have a situation of getting this mass demonstration, I mean, for one thing, that's pretty rude behavior. What about other shoppers that just want to, get on with their shopping? They're obstructing that. It's pure exhibitionism, and that's all it is. Kind of hijacking a supermarket to make a point in that way. It's utter exhibitionism, and I've not much time for it. So let me know what you think. If you want to call me a homophobe, go right ahead. I'm getting to a point where I'm thinking, in this politically correct society, we cannot not say what's on our mind because someone might take it the wrong way and they may have a perceived idea of what we are. I've already said that it was wrong to reprimand the gay couple. I think that was a harmless thing. But in the end of the day, I don't see how this demonstration is going to prove anything. To me, it just looks like pure exhibitionism. And people are making really naive comments like, oh, why is love so offensive? Love isn't offensive. But what is annoying, not offensive, but annoying, is the fact that they think that this sort of demonstration proves anything. All it actually does is reinforce negative gay stereotypes that there is, frankly, a lot of attention seeking involved. Um, the way they're acting, you would think that the gay couple had been arrested and abused and threatened with execution. What it amounted to is a guard making a bad call and a nosy person making a complaint. That was it. And Sainsbury's has already apologised. They should leave it at that. Um, to pretend that this sort of stuff happens all the time is nonsense. It doesn't. And it frankly pisses me off that social justice warriors and so called progressives are constantly latching on to things like this and making them into a much bigger situation than they actually are. Now, people might say, "Oh, you've never experienced, being an outsider or being judged or something like that." Not true. I have been in mixed relationships where I've been with a woman from another ethnic group, and I was in a situation where I couldn't openly show my affection towards her because we were going to into a neighborhood where if she was seen with a white guy, she and I would have been judged. But I didn't make a big song and dance about it and want to stage a massive demonstration. In that situation, just thought, okay, well that's unfortunate, but I'm being practical here. Um, so I'm not justifying what the security guard done, but I'm saying that the response is totally disproportionate and it's stupid. It's just stupid, and I'm getting a little bit fed up of LGBT people. Some of them, I should say, being professional victims and constantly saying, "Oh, the world owes us something." Give me a break. There is no laws in this country that are homophobic in nature. So the idea that there is endemic discrimination is nonsense. This was one security guard in one shopping centre. So yeah, that's the situation. Let me know your thoughts.